Good morning from a lay-by park-up. This is the northbound 7 rest area. There's no amenities, no building, nothing. It does say open dusk till dawn, no, closed dusk till dawn, but there's no gate, no barrier. So when I called the police, the non-emergency line, just to ask, they checked with the Clarendon police and they said, yeah, as long as there's no barrier, because he said, well, maybe the building's closed. I'm like, nope, no building, no toilet, nothing, no amenities. So I've noticed that there's a lot of these just kind of parking areas on the way to Vermont last night. So I'm in Vermont. Hello, Vermont, the land of Chunky Monkey. So he said, yeah, you can park here overnight. And of course it's light now, so I can, sit here all day if I want to. But I'm not going to. I'm going to go to Killington Mountain Bike Park and go arse over elbow. So it's good to get back on the mountain bike. The last time I was on the mountain bike was like in the last leg of the trip. So it'll be actually, yeah, it was in Michigan, Wisconsin and Michigan. So it's been about 2 weeks since I've been mountain biking. So so we're just gonna go do this today. It opens at 10. I could have slept in a little bit more because it's only like 30 minutes from here. But I'm glad I got all the way here, pushed through last night for 3 hours. And I actually didn't hear anybody on the road last night. It just, road noise doesn't bother me because I live in the city in Houston and I live right next to the 610 freeway, which is like, it circles Houston. If you look at a map of Houston right here, it looks like a spider web. And so the 610 and the 8 beltways are both basically NASCAR tracks at night. So all the supercars start racing. It's a big thing there. Anyway, so I sleep well with road noise. So I slept pretty good. I went to bed about 10 or 11, got up about 7 o'clock this morning. So, all right, let's go to Mountain Bike Park. I'm going to be here all day, I think until the early afternoon, and then I'm going to start driving into Maine. I'm only going to be here in Vermont for 1 day, unfortunately, but I will come back in the future. So I'm going to drive to some sightseeing spots on the way to Maine, and I got a pretty long drive tonight, about maybe 4 hours total. 5 hours total to get to the rest area, and tomorrow's Acadia National Park, so that's going to be exciting. Check off at least one. I'm just going to get one national park on the trip, and then I've got 5 left in the continental US. So yeah, this has been fun. Been a fun goal, it's been good. I went slow, but then I just fast-tracked the last 25 parks, but I spend an entire day there at least. As you can see on my videos, and I do a lot while I'm there. I don't just take a picture of the sign and leave. Anyway, all right, let's go to the park. Some van lifers that were parked here. I don't know if they're parked here overnight. And that's the Ram's Head Lodge. This is the bike park over here, Snow Shed. This is really cute. This is much better than Windham Mountain. This has got a lot of really cool little cafes and restaurants, free concert. No overnight parking, okay. Free concert, and I see mountain bikers. This is my kind of mountain bike resort. This is what I'm talking about. So, okay, let's see if there is parking. And yeah, lots of proper mountain bikes, no hardtails. I'm just kidding. How do I get in? I just go? I don't know if there's any fee to park. Let's see, I want to park in the sun, so I'll park next to these professional mountain bikers. It's interesting to travel very quickly between regions because, like, the Midwest and up into Minnesota, I immediately could hear the accent. And then not so much in Indiana, I think 'cause I'm just used to it. But yeah, around these parts, they definitely sound like locals. Anyway, so yeah, so I got a chai. You can see a picture of the bakery I went to, and I'm just gonna wait. So I've got another hour and a half, so I'm gonna chill. Just charge everything, keep the batteries going, and then go in and get my ticket. Hopefully I can buy a ticket, lift ticket pickup. Hopefully I can get into buy a ticket before 10 so I can get right on the lift at 10. But yeah, just gonna spend the whole day here. So that's good. Yesterday was not a total loss. You can see in the previous videos where the van broke down, that was fixed, and then I hiked the Windham Mountain, which was, I don't know, Windham was not, it was very underwhelming. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't spend 70 bucks on the bike park, and I'm glad I did the hike instead, even though the view was the tiniest amount of view you could possibly have at the top of a mountain. Here's the picture. You basically get 10 feet of view space. Anyway, all right, it's warming up. It's probably going to be warm today. I don't know the elevation that we're at, but yeah, we don't feel very high. This is great. All these little hidden gems. Okay, I'm all geared up. There's a lot of mountain bikers all getting their shit together. So this is good. Even if there's a lot of people, it still won't feel too busy because there's such a good selection of green, blue, blue flow, black and black diamond that everyone just kind of disperses once they get to the top of the ski lift. So we'll see. This should be fun. So I wish it started at 9 like Angel Fire does. That extra hour really makes a difference. But yeah, I'll go from like 10 probably till 3. I've got 7 hours of driving today with a bunch of places to stop on the way. So 6.5 hours to the rest area from here. So if I leave here by 3 or 4 or 3, and then I should get to the rest area by 10 or 11 tonight with the stops. I'm just going to stop off at just silly stuff to take a picture of, stretch my legs. So just to go through Vermont and just have a nice leisurely drive. So, okay, I'm in the sun. Hopefully I'll get good sun today. It's kind of hazy. But yeah, let me go figure out the ticket. So yesterday on the phone, the operator said, well, you have to order online, you have to order on the phone. I said, well, what about people that use voice activation or screen readers, things like that? They're not going to be able to do that, or people with PTSD that need face-to-face contact and a little bit of assistance. And she goes, oh, yeah, you can just buy a ticket at the gate. So I was like, of course. I mean, you can't say that people just show up here and they don't get a ticket. I mean, that's so silly. And not everyone will have cell reception out here. So anyway, but I'm going to do it the way that I would do it if somebody needed assistance. And I also prefer face-to-face just because I still have my hand issues, still recovering from my surgery. So the phone is not the easiest to type on. And when I do my voice to text, when I'm texting people, and like half of it sounds British and the other half Google is like, what? So, okay, let me get started. This is the main lodge. They have a store, they've got a bike repair, they've got zip lines, they've got adventure, obstacle course, and the tickets I think open at 9:30 and the shops open at 9:30, so we're just waiting. Let me get in line. Okay, it opens at 10 and people are already going through. This is cool. You don't even have to like scan a wristband or anything like Angel Fire. You just, well, I put my little card in my bag, and that way I can just hold it up and do it that way. This is beautiful. You got a lake, everything. All right, let's go through. So yeah, you just hold it up. Whoops, scratch up my helmet. Okay, so you just hold it and try to go through the whole thing. Okay, I'm at the top of already. It's getting very busy. There's only a short blue flow, jump start, and I need to figure out how to get to the other ski lift. So I'm going to do this one first and then go up again, and I have to kind of go over. I'll show you the, when I come back up, I'll show you the map. But I want to go all the way to the very top, maybe a different ski lift, and do the blue flow up there. So we'll see. Okay, everyone's just kind of going off. So this is fun. a lot of families out here, a lot of kids on their tiny little mountain bikes. And I was like, oh, we never had any of that when I was little. Oh my God, they have a bobsled. Look at that. That's actually the most fun thing to do, is taking those bobsleds up and coming down. So back to me, that only took 5 minutes to go up and down. So there's another ski lift that goes higher up that I want to figure out how to get to. And then I want to just do laps at the top and just go up and around like that instead of coming all the way back down here. But yeah, that was good first run, took 5 minutes. Lots of good jumps and actual proper angles. So it's really, really good, but only 5 minutes. So just getting used to the terrain, not really very dry here. Weather is perfect. So yeah, let me figure out how to get to the, I want to go on that toboggan. That's so fun. I did one in Glenwood Springs. Harriet would love it. You can fit 2 people on it. But anyway, so meanwhile, I'll just do mountain biking. Yeah, so good. They're accommodating. They're helping lift the bike up on the rack for me. Everyone's real cool. Just spoke to a guy who has a 1-year-old and his wife's pregnant, and he's like, I haven't been here in 3 years. And so we're talking about, like, he wants to buy land up here in Vermont. And I said, yeah, here's how you monetize it. Do hip camp, do van life spaces, you know, all that stuff. You can do festivals, whatever. So, you know, just buy some land and have some spaces for people to park on and charge them for it. So anyway, I hope I don't get the line on my forehead again. So I think because I had my hood on last time, this one I don't have my hood up. I had this gigantic line that just went across for like 4 days. Okay, I'm going to Ram's Head, and I'm just going to do the runs over here because they're longer, I think. They look longer. So yeah, just go through the tunnel across the street, and yeah, right there. Here it is. Awesome. Okay, I'm on Ram's Head, and had the guy help me again, and he said that Sideshow Bob was his favorite trail. This is much better over here, much quieter. So if you're not, if you get anxiety and stuff and all the chaos and noise and music and, or if you're a YouTuber and you don't want to be demonetized, come over to Ram's Head, which is through the tunnel. You'll still need a ticket, of course. But yeah, Ram's Head through the tunnel, and then come over on this side. So hopefully if this trail works for me, there's a couple, maybe 2 or 3 blue flow trails, then I'll just stay over here. On the other ski lift, it's all more technical blue, which is rocky trails, which no, I don't want that. I just want the pump track. So the jump start, which is the one I did for 5 minutes twice, you just saw that on the video just now. That one was actually fun, but it's super short though. It's more for kids, I think. But lots of good jumps. I'm not really jumping high right now, just getting used to it, getting my warm up. So yeah, this should be fun, just blue flow. So still my ultimate favorite is Angel Fire with lemonade and jazz hands. But now they have an Arnold Palmer, which connects to lemonade. And an Arnold Palmer drink is half lemonade, half iced tea. And so the trail that's at the downhill mountain bike trail that's at Angel Fire is half lemonade, half badass. So I cannot wait to go back. I'm hoping I can get back there at least for 2 weeks. And the good thing is I can just leave the van at Albuquerque for $3 a day if I have to leave it there for a few weeks. But I really just want to go back and get my annual pass, season pass money's worth. It's good through the end of October, so I still have, it's right now middle of August. So I figured I'll do this trip again for maybe till the end of September, and then make my way back up to Angel Fire for like the last 2 weeks or so. I don't know, even if I don't make it back there, I basically did like 240 miles, and you can see it on the other video of spending 8 days at Angel Fire. They definitely didn't make any money off me. I got my money's worth, and that was really good. But the weather was kind of crap some of the days, but I would like to go back when it's closer to the fall. So okay, this is a longer ski lift and hopefully a longer run. So we'll see. Yeah, so far I've only rode for 10 minutes and it's already 45 minutes in. So I'm hoping to kind of get some longer runs. 20 or 30 minute run would be good. Maybe a 20-minute run. So yeah, Big Sky was great. Big Sky is my favorite. I got to do 10 runs in, 4 hours. So that was pretty good. Angel Fire, of course, I could spend all day there and not get bored. I don't even get bored at these places. I'm glad I did not spend $70 yesterday at the other ski resort mountain bike park, because it looked a bit crap. And there wasn't any amenities. Everything was closed and there was construction. This one's got a little bit more life to it. It's also a Saturday. It's like a week or two before school starts, and so there's lots of kids and families. And yeah, Vermonters, very different than New Yorkers. Okay, so I'm gonna do Sideshow Bob. Not as busy on this end, that's good. And there we go, okay. Okay, it's cooling down a lot. This is fun. So I think, so I did the two over on the other one that were like a mile long. So it only took 5 minutes. And then I did 2 runs of Sideshow Bob. And then I did 1 run of Blue Magic. And I really like Blue Magic. So I think I'm going to do 3 more runs of Blue Magic and then I'll be done. So I'm not going to stay too late here. It closed at 6, but I really do want to kind of get on the road because tomorrow is Acadia National Park. This is great. It's really, really rocky though. I think they could do a little more trail clearing. There's a few questionable rocks that I almost went over the handlebars. But other than that, I mean, it's as rocky as Silver Mountain. So yeah, so I mean, I can handle rocks because I do trail riding. It's just weird being on a blue flow and suddenly having a rock just jump out in front of you. So anyway, so yeah, but there's lots and lots of jumps on Blue Magic. That one's really good. Sideshow Bob is a lot more rockier, a lot rockier, and kind of sends you into like a weird part of like the back end of the resort. So you kind of go past the employee parking. But either way, it's good. It's really cloudy now. It's kind of getting a little windy. I don't think it'll rain, but yeah, so it is now noon. So I think I'll do 3 more runs and then I should be done here by 2. So I've only been riding for 2 hours and I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs. So I'll do 3 more and then I should be good to go. So this is good. Yeah, I can go all day, but you know, I'm driving and I want to make sure that I don't break down the van, you know, so that's why I kind of want to get on the road in the early afternoon in case something does happen and I can get to a mechanic before they close and then just do what I did last time, park up at the mechanic and have them fix it the next morning. So now I have to factor that into my van life, is the breakdown factor. But I think once I get to Boston, I'm going to call some mechanics on Monday. It's Sunday tomorrow, Saturday today. I'm actually not very busy for Saturday, but there are 3 ski lifts. I think tomorrow, Monday, I will call a bunch of mechanics just outside of Boston in the suburbs and just ask them if they're able to, you know, work on my van Thursday morning through Monday, and then I'll pick the van up when I fly in. I have to check when I get back in. Even if I pick it up Tuesday morning, I haven't planned anything for the next leg. The next leg will be, I have a little bit of Massachusetts. I think it'll be Rhode Island. I'm gonna go straight to Rhode Island, into Connecticut, into Massachusetts, into Philadelphia, and then down into southern New York State, and then into New York City. I do want to drive the van through New York City. I might spend a day in New York. I don't know. I haven't decided. I've done everything there, but I haven't been there in about 4 years. So I think I will maybe do something in New York and then into Delaware, which will be a new state for Prudence. I've done everything in the Washington, D.C. area, but then go into Washington, D.C. and then I fly out of Baltimore. So I need to figure out where I'm going to put the van in Baltimore because it's like the most dangerous city in the country, along with Chicago and some other places. So I may have to see if there's somebody that can maybe take the van for me, like on my van group. I know there's someone in New York City, actually, that I need to connect with that offered a driveway. So I could always just park in New York City, take a train down to Baltimore, which they have trains all over this part of the country, actual like real public transportation. So train would be fine. I mean, it's, you know, I just take what I need on the plane and, you know, just a backpack on the train and then get on Spirit. So, you know, I don't need to take much with me, but I'm just concerned about the bikes and the fact that, you know, it's just, I just want the van to be safe. So I'll figure it out. There's a few people that I could leave the van with this time instead of airport parking. But in Boston, if I can get someone to the mechanic to hold it for a few days and work on it, that would be great. If not, then I could find somebody in Baltimore or nearby and then just take the train to the airport. Okay, let me explain to you what just happened. So I was on the Blue Magic Trail, which is a very fast trail, and I was actually going faster than the previous run. There was no one, as far as I knew, there's no one behind me. And then all of a sudden, this total asshole, this short little guy with a short little dick, shows up behind me, burns up my back tire. I'm trying to speak calmly because I was like screaming at him down there for almost like causing me to crash, like catastrophic crash. So he burns up my back tire, doesn't announce himself, coming rambling down the road, you know, down the way, and I was going quite fast. But he burns up my back tire, and I yelled, "Hey, announce yourself." Okay, like then I will move over, or I'll, you know, do what I need to do to let them pass. But instead he's like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," and then he like kept going. And he's like, well, clearly you've never ridden a bike before. Clearly you don't know what you're doing. Clearly you shouldn't even be here. The guy burned up my back tire, almost caused me to crash, didn't announce himself. There was zero etiquette, then flipped me off. And then down at the bottom in front of kids, starts flipping me off, yelling at me. So ski patrol came over, the bike patrol, and those two guys came over, their little, you know, fancy uniforms. And in front of them, he's all like, fuck you, fuck you. And so then the ski patrol guys were like, yeah, apparently this guy like yells at people all the time, so they're gonna pull his pass, kick him out. I was like, how dare, I'm like, dude, oh, this is some software programmer from Burlington, Vermont. It's like, apparently like I've never ridden a mountain bike before. I'm like, I have been riding my mountain bike my entire life. I've been racing BMXs through my childhood. I've been riding a bicycle since I was 2. I wasn't doing anything wrong whatsoever that would warrant his behavior toward me during the trail and after the trail. So, and then he even rode off and he's all, fuck you. And I'm like, wow. And so then the ski patrol guy said that this is basically the local mentality here. It's very territorial. Like if you're not from this area, of course I have an accent, so I don't sound like I'm from this country half the time. If you're not from this area, that you don't belong here, you shouldn't be here. This is their, get out of my mountain bike park. It's very much like Huntington Beach, California. Like if you try to go surfing and you're not local, like it's like, get out of my beach. And I was like, you know what, I can handle anything, I can handle everything. But I'm not going to keep silent when somebody is telling another person that they shouldn't come here. It's not like he just yelled at me. He physically burned up my back tire because I was in front of him, and I didn't even know he was behind me until I could see the tire come right up on the side. And I looked over and I was like, as I'm trying to look forward, I mean, I'm a mom, but I don't really have eyes in the back of my head. Oh, it's so infuriating. But anyway, thankfully he was wearing a shirt that I could at least recognize. But no, you don't do that shit to people. It's incredibly disrespectful, dangerous, and just like, it's not the biker's code. So thankfully I didn't get injured because it is quite rocky out here, and I don't have my body armor on, which I don't need it because, you know, this is fine for me to ride without that until somebody decides to crash into me. So I was going actually quite fast. I'll look at my Strava and see how fast I was going. The guy in front of me was going slow on one of the runs because he was having trouble with his bike. So I kept back from him, and then he pulled over to see his friends and figure that out. You can see that. It's on one of the videos, one of the runs that I did. But anyway, so I think I'll do 2 more runs as I wanted to, and then we get the hell out of here. Okay, I'm done, and there's music, so I don't want to be demonetized. But you can do the zip lining, the adventure park, which looks kind of tiny. The Beast Mountain coaster. There's all these dirty bikes. Yeah, never trust a mountain biker with a clean mountain bike. It's kind of like don't trust a skinny chef or a clean mechanic. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, and I think that's it. Don't know where I am. I think I'll go down here. So I just talked to the 2 people outside, and they were great, and they explained, you know, kind of just to reassure me that, you know, sometimes we get clients like that, but by no means is it representative of the park. And I said, that's cool, it's okay. The bike patrol handled it well, so now I'm just gonna do a little shopping, get a shirt, and the mannequin, I thought it was a real person, get a shirt and then head on my way. So it's about just before 2, and I'm gonna check out the cafe as well, get hopefully a frozen drink of some sort, This is great, and it's all my colors. It's all grays and blacks. So I was like, I'm wearing pink though, just only so I could be seen. But anyway, this is fun. So Killington. Yep, apart from the guy that tried to kill me. It's all good. All right, I still need to figure out where I'm doing snowboarding season this year. I have no idea. So, okay. All right, let me get a shirt and then be on my way. Okay, that was fun, apart from the bit where the guy tried to burn up my back tire. So I'm now going to, I'm going to the next stopping points. Yeah, I think I'll put this video will be separate from the bike debacle. It was fun. I wouldn't rank this place up in like my top 5 mountain bike parks. I think it was okay. I think the trail clearing could have been a lot better. But I'm going to head to some places in Vermont, and on the way through New Hampshire on the skinny bit in the north, just like Idaho, over to Maine. So just want to stop at a few places. Probably need to get gas soon. But anyway, so yeah, okay, so this is the end of this video. I don't know, I'm just making clips and then adding them together as I need to. I need to take a shower at some point. And I had some ice cream, maple ice cream, which I should not have ice cream. And then I'm going to Ben & Jerry's up in Waterbury. So I should have just saved my belly for the Ben & Jerry's. It's okay though, I can get some sorbet up there. But okay, so I will now just drive for a little bit and I'll see you guys in the next episode. I gotta decompress from being attacked on my bike. Don't ever burn up someone's tires, it's not funny. It's like pulling a chair away from somebody when they go to sit down. You can seriously hurt someone, and I could have been seriously hurt. So anyway, what is this person from New York doing? Old man in a car. Anyway, it is a nice little resort. I still like Big Sky better than anything. Big Sky and Angel Fire are my top 2 mountain bike parks so far. So feel free to challenge me on that. Although I am going to snowshoe in West Virginia, or Virginia, in a little bit, in a couple weeks. So that will be fun. I've got one more place to bike in New Hampshire, and I think I have another place in Maine on this trip. But for now, I'm going to just go on toward Maine and then go to Acadia National Park tomorrow. So I will see you in the next episode.